chosen one. I'm 100, pray for me. Pray for London, guilty me. He ain't done it, cut me down. Offer nothing president. In the abundance president. It's a puppet, gotta hate it, gotta love it. Pass across the rise of puppet, rising up and fight the public. Pistol butt, screaming fucking Donald Trump, Donald Duck. What the fuck? It's the difference, now we suck in the rut. This ain't what I envision, what is good. When you don't have intuition, not a saint, not a sin. Tell me what's my real religion, genocide, genocide. They say it's a new beginning, I'm a sinner, you a sinner. I can see the devil grinning, grinning right up family. With a pocket full of shit. They running around the family. With a pocket full of shit. They running around the family. With a pocket full of shit. They running around the family. With a pocket full of shit.
Test 1 2 2 1 2. How are you guys doing? Let me get these audios just right, because music's way too loud. Get that down right there. Let me know if that works, because I can't hear how loud you guys hear. The way it does it weird. But welcome to the weekly Well Watch. We're doing it a day early today. Got Halloween tomorrow, and if I try to do this tomorrow, I'd have a very angry ninja and a black cat in my house mad at me that we're not going around looking for candy. And we're having this is too important of an update for this weekly price action which we've had across the markets. And if you guys didn't know that song, it's one of my favorite like go-to Bull songs. It's Denzel Curry's cover of Rage Against the Machine's Bulls on Parade. It's my favorite. I actually think it's better than the original, so I can't believe I'm saying that, but a rapper nailed Rage Against the Machine better than Rage Against the Machine did. But moving on, title of this week's stream, Bulls on Parade, because that's where we're at. We knocked out multiple order blocks this week, and we're going to get into it. But first things first, if you're curious why on earth Runner's streams are covered in colors, it's hard on the eyes, it's easy on the trader, and we trade with Rainbow Theory, which is kind of a hybrid cross of a whole bunch of different stuff that I developed over the past 7 years. And if you're just curious, go check us out there, or check us out on the Rainbow Trends Git book. It's linked in the Discord, but I'll put it in the chat for the YouTubers. Twitter, you're not gonna be able to see the chat today. If you guys give me a second, I can pull it up actually, but there we go. I'll put it in the chat. Twitter's really weird with the chat features. I can dual stream on the other ones, but I can't on Twitter. But anyway, I've been doing a lot of work on the Git book, getting up all the tutorials, and I just finished up the custom clouds tool, which is like our most expansive tool. It's got so much stuff in it, from which it originally just started off as like a custom cloud indicator for our guy Josh O's. Well, not for him, but based on I got tired of looking up his settings and I could never spell his last name right, and Google had no idea who he was, but that's all fixed now. But anyway, go check us out there. It's got a lot of write-ups and technicalities and stuff, and this Wikipedia type page allows me to do a lot of development quickly and not have to mess with the main website. But while you guys are here, the stream is not intended to use as financial purposes. It's for educational purposes only. Even like that, I said, this is an art stream. It's definitely not anything having to do with financial markets or anything like that. So moving on. First things first, after the other first things first, definitely like, comment, subscribe, interact with any of these algos. It's really, really trying to grow up the YouTube, as well as the Twitter. But that goes a long way. We've been doing a lot of clips and putting up a bunch of alpha in the YouTube channel, so definitely follow us there. But security compromise, I haven't dove into this, but I saw it pop up in some very OG discords that I monitor and I'm friends with, and apparently 1inch may be compromised. So definitely go play and take a look. Not play, but go take a look at that one, and just stay cautious. When in doubt, even if there's like smoke, this was like the whole thing with like Alameda blowing up FTX. We saw stuff that looked like smoke, and we pretend, we acted as if there was fire. And it's like, dude, let's just get out, go sit in stables for 2 weeks, or throw your coins on a hard wallet and be all right. So anyway, let's kick off the real weekly well stream. If you guys don't know, we do this every Thursday, albeit we're a day early because of Halloween, like I said. We do this for about an hour, and then we head into the Rainbow Trends Discord, and we do an open mic, let anybody show their alpha or questions and stuff like that. We have a really, really good time there. And you can go find that link pretty easily. Just go look at it's at the main website. But general market sentiment. We are approximately $30,000 from a Pixa interview on one of our streams. I've been trying to get this dude to come out of the shadows and do a stream with us, and like over a year ago, he made a mistake and agreed to do a Rainbow Trends stream if and when we broke 100,000, and we're about $28,000 away from a Pixa stream. So if you guys don't know this dude, Pixa is a miraculous leverage trader, Rainbow Trends OG, one of the few scions. If you ever see the dude posting like multiple ridiculous leverage trades, that's Pixa. He does a lot of stuff that's pretty crazy and amazing, and he doesn't like ever turning on his microphone. I send him deals when I see microphones on sale. We make jokes, but dude, we are getting closer to the 100K, and it's gonna happen. We're gonna do the stream, and I'm gonna ask all the questions that people ask me. How does Pixa do this? How does Pixa do that with the leverage? How does he trade Rainbow Theory? We're gonna get all that. It's gonna go well past an hour, so I hope he's booking up. But moving on, price is up. People are scared, and I saw this video, and I wanted to bring it up because I thought it was pretty on point. A lot of people have PTSD with being bullish, and that's kind of how this feels. We're actually starting to show some bullish price action, and people are kind of scared because we've been doing this nonsense for like 10 months and have not broken through, but things are looking good. And I'm going to give you guys the rundown right now of the Bitcoin stuff. So Bitcoin wise, we've been in this range for like 9 months, and it's been very, very painful, and it doesn't look like any Wyckoff or Elliott wave schematic there is. You could kind of argue it looks like a bull flag if you zoom way out, way out, but that's a hard time frame to trade or look at. As I said, we've covered in a bunch of the streams. They're all archived. Creek jump, capitulation, knife catch. Wyckoff stuff isn't necessarily a Rainbow Theory, but we use the Rainbow Theory reads to interpret certain things and hit and trade them live. One of the biggest things I cannot stand is people posting clout charts after it's happened, who didn't mention it while it was happening. It's really, really cool to draw like a cool chart about how that was the bottom, and you should feel bad you didn't catch it, but these dudes are posting it once it's like price is actually up over here. So not calling anybody out, it's just a general thing people do, and it gets a lot of clicks, and it makes people who are like new to trading very, very like self-conscious that they missed something that looks so obvious. In reality, this stuff's really, really hard, and But there's certain aspects of like schematics and charts that like we rainbow traders like try to bring out, and there's things that we trade, and creek jumps are one of them. Albeit we had to wait months for these things to print, but we got 2 creek jumps in a row. We got the capitulation catch when the yin carry trade blew out, and we actually got white candles on Bitcoin, which is so rare. So rare. But if you guys know me talking in the Discord about how my mom long-term outtrades Michael Saylor, that was something she actually bid on. So shout out Madre, and I'll cover her DCA on steroids strategy that she's been doing for 7 years now, and she's turned like pocket change into over 6 figures. So I'll go through that. It's boring, but over time it works. So I'll go over that later on a chart because I got to zoom way out for that one. But like I said, thanks for logging in. Thanks for saying hi, and definitely come check us out in the Discord after this, because that's where the real fun things happen. And I turned off all the recording. But the big thing here, people have been calling for this below 40Ks, 20Ks, call it 10K. People have like bearish. Price hasn't moved up. And we covered a bunch of the outliers on the last stream about stuff that was kind of being hinted at, like what's are some things that are looking different. And these are some of the things I wanted to cover on the last stream and show you how it's following through here. Frankly, right now, like been having a lot of like private DMs with some other traders who I highly respect. The truth is, we blew through some order blocks way faster than I thought we were going to. In my opinion, the 2021 order block, this one, which goes all the way back to 2021 crypto, way back here. I really need to go to dailies to show you, but it's basically interacting with this peak back when Alameda pumped it right back up after China banned mining on this one, which nuked, and we came back up to like 60, 68, 65, whatever it was. Actually, I think it was like 69. That's been the king order block in my opinion. It has been super hard to get through. Every single time we hit it, we struggle. Bounce. There's a BART system set up there. Shout out to the BART traders. And we hit it. We rolled over. We got an HMA cross here. Like, we got a lot of setups here. We really did. This was a lot of signals saying, hey, this could be bearish. We got a top signal on H4. We got an HMA cross. And then we started getting bull print, bearish whale prints showing up, which really freaked me out. The last of like my DGen account stuff that I have, I exited on these. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. This is no, because it started looking awfully like the price action that we had in July. We started working our way up. We had the HMA cross, and then these whale prints started showing up, and then price completely just fell off the chart. And I did not want to get caught on what I considered the strongest order block of the 3 and have it just do this. Either come down here or come down here somewhere, right? I didn't want to be there. I wanted to have capital preserved on the DGen's account. So that's why I kind of like bailed on some of those. And I'm just waiting. Because if you haven't noticed, I'm super bullish. I love Bitcoin. I love what it's about. But it tends to not get through these 2 order blocks. Price action since March of this year, mind you, it's almost November. Every time we've hit these order blocks, price is pulled back down. Now, that's the other thing. People don't have a roadmap. This does not look like a schematic that people can recognize and say, hey, this is the spring, this is the SOS, this is da-da-da-da-da. Frankly, I haven't seen many people showing any type of schematics, and I keep telling people, I've never seen anything like this. It has a capitulation and 2 creek jumps. I've never seen anything with more than 1 creek jump in it, let alone we caught 2, right? So shout out to going into uncharted territories. Plus, we also hit an all-time high before the halving. Just go. Let's just make up stuff and realize we're off the charts. Albeit price is good and price is up, but it's been a brutal 9 months or whatever. 8 months. So we pumped. Things started rolling over. I was like, all right, this is enough for me to say, hey, maybe it's not the top, but this is definitely like prime take profit area for sure. And then it came down, hit this order block, went back up to this order block, did a double tap on that order block, came down again, and now we've like cranked back up this week, which has been awesome. With that being said, the election is Tuesday next week. Now, I say it's Tuesday. That election may go to Friday by the time they actually declare a winner. I don't know. I'm not a super political guy in the public space. I listen to a lot of it in real life because, frankly, to me, it's like live action Seinfeld, but it's just a drama TV show to me, which is highly entertaining. But we smacked the final order block. We get above this bad boy, we are in price discovery. We're at all-time highs, and things can absolutely send. And that's what we want to see, but we still have to be really, really skeptical. When I say really, really skeptical, if you notice anything on the H1, we got a ridiculous amount of whale prints. So while we started having the H4 bearish whale prints show up, dude, we had all these whale prints, full send. The bulls came in hard. Full sent it, and check this out. We actually got a white RSI print. And I saw this one, and I was like, I posted, I was like, hey, the entire timeline is in euphoria, and we just printed RSI over, 75 or 80, whatever it triggers, the white RSI prints. I was like, this is a little bit scary because regardless of price action and all the metrics, RSI is topped out. And we're hitting like the king order block, the highest order block we have in Bitcoin's history. Which means we're at resistance no matter what you call it. Now, I'm rooting for my bulls to take it, and so far they've been taking no prisoners since that yin carry trade. But until it happens, we have to be really, really careful. Not really, really careful. Like this is the thing. Every time we've come up to these levels, this is like the greatest take profit area. Now, I damn sure don't want to short this thing, but I damn sure want to lock in profit, right? Like, that's the whole thing. People go like, oh, people get mad at me when I'm like, hey, I'm out, blah, blah, blah. It's just me, like, risking off. It's like, hey, I got in really, really good. I'm cool cutting here because I don't have to, like, gamble as much trying to hit these higher order blocks, which are harder to get to. I don't care who you are. These big bad boy whales, they have to sustain these moves up and clear out the bears, and it's a big fight. So, and right now, they're hitting, the bulls, as we speak, they are going up against price resistance on an order block, and they're also going up against heavy RSI. So keep that in mind. Is that bearish? No. What it's meaning is just like, check yourself. If you've made a big P&L coming up this way, protect it. Don't give an inch back. This has been one of the most brutal price actions we've had to deal with in a very long time. And the one thing I do also want you guys to be cognizant, not cognizant, but be aware of, I've got to find, that thing. That one right there. I want to make sure this doesn't happen. This is the other thing on my mind. What if we print a new all-time high, but it's weaker, and then we revert back? And people are going to be like, Runner, that's crazy. You're just being a bear. No, I've seen it happen, and we called this one live. We called this live, and everyone on crypto Twitter longed the hell out of these candles. Why? Because they set alerts here at like 24/7, and then it popped above it, and people longed this, and then we went all the way down. And this wrecked crypto Twitter. And Rainbow Theory traders were like, That's a higher high, and sure, it registers a higher high on the y-axis, but that is weaker colors. Those are greens. These are greens and blues. These are greens and purples. That's a rotation down in colors. So it's a rainbow rotation with a higher high, which is very subtle. And your emotions want to say up, 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 up. But if bulls come all the way up to a higher high and they don't show you strength that they're willing to break through, it's a reversal sign. And even down here, you don't see an explosion in volume. The bulls worked all the way up. You could see a volume impulse here, and then just kind of nothing. There's a few little spikes, but nothing really, and it reversed back and ate a lot of people. And like, dude, we talked about this in the Discord like crazy. I posted a bunch of Twitter. Probably got a bunch of unfollows over it because it's a bearish take, but it's just like, hey, don't short this, but definitely like don't FOMO long this. And if you got profit from buying like capitulation on this side, which is just screaming Rainbow 3, bye, 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 Don't ride this bad boy up here and lose it. Now, with that being said, I don't think that's what's going to happen. That one was a little more easy to read to me, personally. But what I want to say is we're hitting RSI here pretty hard, but we haven't really shown up and done some like purple or pink candles. And I definitely don't want to see pink candles because pink's reverse. But what I definitely do want to see, I personally want to see Bitcoin get up here and hold some candles. Whatever that looks like, include a backflip, whatever. I want multiple candles closed above this line, which is the all-time high, 73.8. At least it was on Binance, right? So that's one thing I want to see, because you do all this work. If the bulls do not show up in force after knocking down all these walls, they will exhaust, and the bears will come in and just and eat your lunch, and crypto Twitter will be crying. And that's not just bearish. That's not bullish. That's not bearish. That's the reality of how whales liquidate your money from you. That's how it goes. What's up, Mim? On YouTube? That's how this stuff works. It's regardless, the biggest and baddest whales in the market, they don't want you to win. They want you to lose, right? Every trade has a winner and a loser. Like, these guys are willing to move price down to make money. So just be cognizant of that. There's a lot of cool stuff going on, though. As much as we've been covering flows, Big Papa BlackRock yesterday came in with 642 million. Before that, 300, 292. This move had a lot of ETF flow in it, which is cool. I know in the past we've had really, really awesome ETF flows, and then it just reverses. Let me refresh it. Nothing yet on that. I was wanting to see Fidelity only 12,000. That's not too impressive, or 12 million. But another thing I wanted to point out, and not a lot of people are talking about it, hash rate's hitting all-time highs and continues to print. So shout out to the miners who keep buying these expensive processors and putting them to work. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie. If you guys are curious where that is, I'll post the link in both chats. So another thing, price stopped at 73.5. I wanted to show you a quick thing here. It's not super obvious what stopped it, but this is a live look and a historical look of where the current order blocks are at. And stuff we're eating, this is Binance Spot. We can go over to Coinbase, check Coinbase. You can see the Coinbase algos on the tops, and then you can see just the martingales, which are these horizontal lines. Unfortunately, there's walls all the way up to like 90,000. Here's 100K, right? This is what I'm talking about. Bulls have to earn it. Bulls have to push through this. They really do. And they have to continue momentum. The instant they lose momentum and they take a break, bears come in. Bears are hungry right now. A absolute ridiculous amount of bears got liquidated today and yesterday. So keep that in mind. So nothing really telling here yet. I know a lot of people trade on Trading Light with the lower time frames. I typically just like seeing where the walls are at, and I like studying wells, so I just watch kind of like what they do with the algorithms and stuff like that. But it's pretty interesting to see how this stuff works. So this came up in the Discord earlier this week, and one of the guys, I think it might have been Mim, he thought I was like joking, and I wanted to explain this. My mom has been a believer in this crypto in general, as well as like rainbow theory and stuff, since like 2017. And she is the most boring trader on earth. She doesn't even have to report taxes because she doesn't sell. The only thing she ever does is buy capitulation. And I am very, very happy to say she has turned a shoestring budget into over 6 figures just playing Bitcoin. And people are like, bullshit. It's true. She's been doing this for two roundabouts. Since around the backside of 2017 is when she started getting involved. And she literally just bought capitulations. What does that mean? She bought Death Wicks, is what I refer to them with, like Rainbow Theory. She literally just buys white candles, and she texts me if it's nasty enough. And essentially, we just tell her, hey, is it white candles? You don't really see it on the daily, but like the 4 hour. She just sits there, stacks her piggy bank, and she deploys on white candles that basically touch these red bands. And she just buys and holds, and that's it. So you can DCA however you want. I think Dylan LeClaire has some really cool info. If you started DCAing at the actual peak here at 68, you're still way up. My mom's take on that is she just absolutely buys the bloodiest days. That's it. And she puts it in spot and she locks it away in storage. So kind of another way to look at Rainbow Theory, because it's, if I posted about that every 3 or 4 months, I don't think anybody would follow this type of content. But that's what she's done, and thankfully it's helped them retire early. So wanted to share that one because someone really thought I was like making it up at the time. I was like, no, she's turned a few grand into like over 6 figures. So anyway, shout out Madre. She's been a believer in this paint for a very long time. So anyway, moving on, Vitalik. I posted this chart yesterday, and if you look closely at the roadmap for Ethereum, Ethereum 3.0 is actually promising to prevent Vitalik from singing at public events. And if we get that on board, we are talking bullish momentum. I'm joking, just because people will actually travel to go serious distances to go see him talk about Ethereum roadmaps, and the dude will get on stage and just start singing for some damn reason. But Ethereum is absolutely one of the most hated things right now, as it should be. I'm pretty sure Zcash is outperforming it. But I will say this. If you hide the tickers, you hide the silliness, I see capitulation getting leveled out here as accumulation. And we have a very, very, very clear resistance order block. There is an ungodly amount of pivots stacked here, where you have the bottom of these ranges showing it as support, and now the bottom of this capitulation range is showing it as resistance. We have rejected off of it roughly once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And yet we are still kind of showing a trend here where we're going higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. So there's a decision point. I'm currently out of Ethereum, but I am seriously watching it to see what happens if this order block fails. And if it fails, we are now above it. Now there's a gigantic wall of resistance pivots here, or there's pivots all the way up here until we get to the all-time high order block. So will it go all the way up and through these? I don't know. We've got to keep him off the karaoke, but I know that I'm going to get more interested above 2864 when this block gives out. And it's the same thing with the Bitcoin resistance. I don't want to see a wick and then a return back down. That's probably a 30-40% pullback. I don't want to be part of that. But if this thing starts waking up, regardless of all the hate, and it holds above that level, that top part of this order block, I'm really interested in Ethereum. Very. Is there easier trades? Probably. I just like Ethereum when it actually shows strength, albeit it's been a very, very, very long time since we've seen that. So, is what it is. But I wanted to explain in person that tweet that I did and why I'm looking at it, because that is your cheat sheet. This is not really worth trading. There are some people who scalp trade this, and I say it's not easy, while the runner bot is literally telling you bottom, top, bottom, top. Like that's kind of easy. But the thing is this is just tight range chop post capitulation wick there. So it's got to wake up at some point, or it's really going to zero and dying. I don't think it's going to. It's the number 2. People are really talking soul again. We'll see, but that's where I'm at with it. With that being said, if you look at the Ethereum flows, there's nothing going on. BlackRock had, 600 million on Bitcoin yesterday. They had 13 million in Ethereum. Boomers do not care about Ethereum Trust ETFs. They don't. And we will see what happens. This so far has only really been an outflow asset for Grayscale to utilize. It hasn't been for the masses to pump Ethereum. We're just not seeing the flows. But with that being said, I do not foresee Bitcoin doing this, and sending and leaving Ethereum down here at $2,600. I don't see that happening. I think what you want to do, the home run play, and I don't think Ethereum is going to wake up until this happens. Same thing with Coinbase, to be honest. This is going to have to break free, go into price discovery. It's not going to be a straight line. It may even go backwards, but it's going to come up and it's going to eventually plateau. And when this bad boy, let me just redraw that so it's a little more serious. Welcome to the pro stream. If this actually goes up, what you want to see is it eventually to level out and plateau, right? We saw that here. This was up, and then it plateaued, and unfortunately it's plateaued for like 9 months. We want to see this thing eventually plateau, though, going into price discovery, because the instant this bad boy plateaus and goes sideways, your alts are going to go absolutely parabolic and vertical. And that's where we get to have a lot of fun doing really dumb stuff with meme coins, Ethereum, Litecoin. Hell, you're going to see a Pixa interview, and you're going to see like people posting bullish EOS charts and Ripple charts. It's going to be a thing. It'll be the season where everyone's a genius, and it's just a matter of making sure that you take profit along the way. Time-wise, I think due to the halvening and everything else, I think we're looking still next year is where we're going to be peaking out. So definitely don't make a few $100,000, million, whatever in 2025 and then go crying into 2026. Also realize you're going to have to pay an ass load of taxes. So just be careful. A lot of people mess up these transitions from years where you go from 2023 to 2024. Crypto tends to pump in Q4s. It's a thing. But the problem is people just get destroyed. Some of the people will have killer profits in Q4, lose a lot of it in Q1, Q2. They have to pay taxes, and then they go broke. And it's just part of it. So yeah, Phil's saying XRP to 547. No, that's not mathematically possible, and I've covered it. You can maybe get Ripple to like $8, $10. What's up, Dave Kennedy? On the Twitter. So there's that. There's also Michael Saylor announcing that he's trying to get $42 billion in capital. I don't even need to finish the tweet. They're trying to get $42 billion of capital. They're going to be selling their office furniture and ripping the copper out of the building and pawning it. MicroStrategy stock is just going ape. Absolutely ape. If you're looking at this, volume keeps increasing, and this is actually a channel walk. So we have to be bullish until, like channel walks, they're bullish until they're not. And then when they're not, they retrace hard. Right now, this thing has crushed through resistance. This thing has crushed through the reversion bands. It's crushing through colors. The volume is going absolutely insane, and it's still going. And it hasn't broken this channel walk. So I've loosely drawn it here, making sure the logarithmic's on. You can draw channel walks outside of log, but I prefer logarithmic, but that's like an extended channel walk. And if you guys are new here and don't know what I'm talking about channel walk, that's a Rainbow Theory specific trade setup. You're not going to be able to find that on, if you Wikipedia it, but essentially it's where whales are in control tight enough to hold a specific range, and they use algorithms to hold it in a channel. And the instant they give up, it will pull out of this channel and free fall. We've caught Apple on this. We've caught even like Cake on this, Ethereum. We've caught a bunch of different trends. But the thing is they got to keep in this channel walk until they let loose. And I can guarantee you, like, nature doesn't draw straight lines. Neither do charts. And the fact that this thing can hold the same trend over and over and over since this is September 5th. So we're coming up on 2 whole months of this. We're blowing out a bunch of stuff. I'm not saying when, but we're looking at some point where this will fall back down. And I am personally really, really skittish of multi-month channel walks because they have a history, and it's not the same every time, but they have a history from like the all-time high. they sometimes, or I say sometimes, they oftentimes pull back like 40, 50%. So that's a 55% run off the high tier if they were to cross this. So you want to be a smart, intelligent, non-stressed out individual, draw your channel walk out, right? Keep cognizant of the machine learning bands up here because that's really the never been done before territory. Go watch the video tutorial on that tool if you don't understand that comment. And clone this bottom one. You can do clone, drop it below it like a few percent, right click it, add an alert. Add an alert when price is below that line. And that allows you to do a price alert that's not on a fixed y-axis. It allows you to do a price alert on this. And don't do cross. Do the alert when it's below, because if there's a gap in the software and the gap in the trading data, not the trading data, since this is a Wall Street, you want to make sure that the trigger is below it and you can have it blow up your phone. So anyway, that's MicroStrategies. Dude, it looks really similar to the Bitcoin chart. If you don't know, MicroStrategies like pitch is, hey, the company buys and owns Bitcoin and custodies it. This looks a lot like the Bitcoin chart. It's less dramatic, but it's a sideways plateau that accumulated and it broke out. Right now, MicroStrategies is breaking the F out. So I'm hoping we get the same thing on Bitcoin. We'll see, though. We don't know yet, but we'll see. So anyway, unfortunately, my guy Brian, they missed earnings today, and Coinbase missed, and Coinbase fell pretty hard. You guys have seen my charts that I've been posting about I covered this real heavy on the last stream. I did clip it and put it on YouTube, so if you want to go look at the clip, go look at the recent Coinbase clip, and you can see the full analysis of how Rainbow Trading Coinbase gave me these two trades, which was a capitulation catch here with a scalp exit and then a re-entry for a swing trade where I ended up getting 25% on spot. And I got some DMs from some traders I highly respect. They were like, dude, why did you sell? Coin's going to the moon. And I'm like, I hear you. And it's not that I'm calling top. It's just that Rainbow Theory is basically telling me this is an amazing sell. I need to take advantage of it. And that's what I did. And earnings came out. They missed. And it nuked. We'll see what happens tomorrow if they can pick it back up, as well as Friday, and see what type of recovery we get. Or if this is the macro top and it's going to come back and find retraces. If you're sitting here looking at this, trying to analyze it, you have rainbow rotations up to pink, which is the highest color. You have some little bit of RSI mixed up in there. You have a runner bot top, and then you have a secondary pump here on weaker colors where whale prints came in, and bearish whale prints came in and said no, and sent it back down. And then earnings hit today and they missed, and after hours it just nuked. So actually it nuked going into the close, and then it nuked even further after hours. So we'll see where it goes, but this is the thing. If I get my really good entry, I get up 25% on spot. Like, shame on me for not taking profits how I take it. Do I think in 2025 price is going to be way higher on Coinbase? I do, but this is how I teach people how to trade, as well as make profit trading. This is how I do it. So investing in Coinbase is one thing, trading Coinbase is a complete other. But frankly, when Rainbow Theory is just spoon feeding me entries and exits on Coinbase, I'm going to take it and then try to teach you guys how to do it as well. The other thing here too is check out the pivots. They're dead on. Pivot, reject. Now we're going down. So now we're going to chop and see what it does. This may BART. And if it does, it's going to come back to the origin of the pump, which is like here, which is unfortunately like 165, which would be awful because I don't think you're going to get this and have Bitcoin break out. I don't think that's mutually independent. So I think this is going to chop for a bit. I just can't tell you where it's going to find support. What I could tell is where the prime exit was, and I got out before all this news broke. So anyway, shout out my guys who trade coin, because I used to not trade this, and then they're like, hey, Rainbow's hit, you need to learn this. I was like, all right, I will. Another one that I'm watching, this one got hit up in the Discord. Shout out Esk. He almost beat me to it. SMCI completely fell off the face of the earth today. This is gnarly. That's the gap. This was 34% drop. I don't know SMCI like some of my tech dudes in the Discord know it, but I can tell you that is straight up a rainbow capitulation event. So now you have to decide, is this something that can be survived, or is it something that's like we're looking at the deaths of a company? In general, if I get a setup like that on Bitcoin, I know Bitcoin, in my opinion, is not going to die. I don't feel bad messing with that, but we'll see. SMCI since March of this year has not done so great. So I'm not super bullish on this, obviously, but it's done a 74% down draw. Holy cow. But you can get these pumps where they just completely slam these things. And that was a 28% pump. That was a 29. Maybe we can get the same here, right? Maybe. I don't know. But typically that should be on your radar, because if this thing starts to reverse, you can expose capital here with this tight stop loss. And as it naturally tries to mean revert back, you can put your stop losses right above your entry point. Once it gets going, move your stop losses up to your entry point, and then you can just take a gamble. Maybe it gets a full V-bottom reversal, you're set, or it comes back down and does another leg. But if it does, you broke even at stop loss. That's kind of the idea there. So anyway, we're hitting a little past the halfway point. Thank you again for hopping on. All the likes, comments, follows, etc. Much appreciated with these algos, because, man, are these algos sensitive. But moving on, and make sure you guys come hang out in the Discord with us. So I wanted to show this because this was fantastic, and it may have hurt my my recent PSA submission. But if you watch this speech with Janet Yellen, this was really awesome.
You about the potential impact of the dollar's status as the world's reserve currency. And over a longer time horizon,
Yeah, that fell.
How concerned are you about the potential impact of the dollar's status as the world's?
So definitely bullish Bitcoin, for sure. But one thing I wanted to point out, I still am rocking the highest graded PSA Yellen Decision 2020 card. So since that came up, I just wanted to flex that a little bit, because we did this for all the wrong reasons, and now I am the only one. And I was looking at the statistics on the website today, and I actually shot this to Doppel because I was in tears. You can actually check how many of these have been graded, and it literally comes up as population 1. So if anybody ever PSA creates another one of these Yellen cards, I will know it happened. And anyway, it'll be fun. But as you can tell, there's no one higher than the current holder right now. So it's not for sale. Just keep that in mind. This has nothing to do with crypto, but you don't ever get to see stuff like this. But there were some comments made by Biden that prompted Trump to roll into the meme. And this is just, I don't care what side of the fence you are, listen to this, because this is just absolutely hilarious.
Interrupt you for a moment. Stand by for a moment. Trump is answering some questions from reporters.
To make that statement, it's really a disgrace.
If you can't tell, that's a trash garbage truck.
Interrupt you for a moment. Stand by.
He's literally was taking questions from reporters from the back of from the side of a garbage truck. I don't know. It has nothing to do with trading. It's just pure comedy. That's real life. So anyway, shout out Blunts. Blunts is actually showing Say some love, and Say responded because Blunts is an absolute titan. And this was an interesting take. I'm not an Elliott Wave guy, but there are Elliott Wave traders who use Rainbow Theory very, very well. So there's some weird thing where like Wyckoff traders can use Rainbow Theory, ICT traders can use Rainbow Theory, Elliott Wave dudes can can use it as well. So I tend to like watch what he does because it's interesting. Because I count color drives. I don't count wave drives like they do. But if you didn't notice, Say was one of the top performers over the past like 2 days. So hope to God this thing is finally bottomed, and we're looking at a setup for a return to an all-time high, which is by God a long way away. So I believe it's like $1.02 or something, or $1.15. We got a long way to go. But if you look at this thing on like the daily, it's not so bad. You could very easily argue, you could also be wrong, but that is accumulation. That's a sign of strength, and we're about to party. Maybe. We shall see. But anyway. Moving on, another one. So Say was moving. I paid attention to that one because I'm still a big Say believer for all the right or all the wrong reasons. The other one's Popcat. Oh my gosh, Popcat. We started trading this in the Discord. Like if you go back and look at the original, if you actually look up Popcat in the Rainbow Trends Discord, I think we started messing with this below 15 cents. I don't remember exactly when, but it has been one of the more profitable things I've ever hit, period. And I wanted to check it real quick. Give me a second to switch the screen. Let me see. All right, so let's go to numbers here. I think it's a top 50 coin now. There it is. Nope, almost 52. So it's past Say, and it's on its way up, which is just crazy. Its market cap is now 1.6 billion. That's awesome. I swear if this thing hits top 10, which is interesting because we had dog coins last cycle. We never had cat coins. And I remember talking about it. I was like, why is there a cat coin? But nothing ever stuck. And now we have Popcat and top 52 coin market cap. So when people want to talk seriously about crypto, we have to explain that one. But you gotta remember Doge is number 8. And Doge was literally written to be a joke. So we shall see. We shall see. I don't have a good answer for it, but I don't know. I know Pixa in particular trades this one because it's so volatile. While Bitcoin's doing like 5% moves, this thing's doing 35% swings. But it's showing strength and it's not slowing down. Just be careful because my God, when it does shoot down, it shoots down hard. But anyway, this is one of those things. I threw some capital in it and I locked it up. And it's like 10x now, maybe more. I don't know. It's in cold storage. Anyway, Doge is the other one. So if you go back and look at, I wanted to show you guys this. If you look at the CoinMarketCap's website and you do the top over the 7 days, like this is not the normal things you see up in the top 7. For what it's worth, good or bad, but Doge is number 1. Radium, which I haven't looked at. Popcat, Thorchain, Rune, Pyth. I don't know anything about Nero, Pendle, and then Bitcoin. Then you get back into Maker and Chainlink. Bitcoin SV. That's $1 billion. I'm sorry, we have to look at that. I don't even know what the ticker is. BTCSV? I don't. What's the ticker? Hold on. Or BSV. Sorry. Bit of a tangent here. I wasn't expecting to see that. I go to daily because this is weird. Shout out OKX. They tried to sponsor me once. I guess it's moving, but it's not. It's just recovering from a bleed out. It's not. I'm not crazy about that. I don't like anything other than like real Bitcoin. I'm not really a fan of. And there's a lot of stuff I will stand on the ground on, even if it costs me money. It's just there's stuff that pisses me off, and I don't want to interact with it. So like I do not like Bcash. Sorry. With that being said, the Department of Government Efficiency, our guy Elon, maybe it's time for Doge to wake up. We have not seen Doge wake up in a very, very, very long time. I, for one, thought maybe the dog coins were dead and maybe it's just Popcat only now, or cat coins or other crazy meme coins, but we are hitting order blocks here, so we do need to keep an eye on it. But we're going to know next week if Elon's going to be in the government, and if he's in the government and he's going to be under an administration that's less likely to try to charge him, he may start getting real chatty again about Doge, and Doge loves Elon tweets. So if he starts doing that, we shall see. But right now, there's a ton of volume here. Big old order block. I'm not feeling that. Sorry. This is not where I long, but it's also not what I short. I'm never gonna short a meme coin, but it's just in general, I don't buy pinks. I like buying on the other side. So we'll wait and see if it has a retest, but that's a big order block. We'll see. But people are now talking for like $2 Doge now. And if you look at the machine learning bands, this is like OG Doge. OG Doge used to be volatile as hell, and we just haven't seen it. So would love to see it, and we'll see. But speaking of volatility and really, really big numbers, Russia is fining Google 2.5 decillion over YouTube bans. So I need to ask you personally, and let me know in the chat, is 2.5 decillion enough to retire? I don't even know. That's 100,000, that's million, that's billion, that's trillion. Okay, so it's... I don't even know. I don't even know what these other ones are in between here, but they charged him 2.5 decillion. That's more than Mr. Beast makes. I just thought this was hilarious. This is one of those things where it's like, who cares? It's like that. There's not that much money in the world, so why worry about it? You know, people freak out about fines, but if you've got 20K in the bank account, someone wants to fine you $300 billion, don't sweat it. You don't have it. If you can't give it up, it doesn't matter. If you can tell though on the charts, this is clearly in the charts, being charged 2.5 decimillion or whatever it was, it's bullish apparently. Google pumped today. In all seriousness, it was earnings. Yeah, surprise earnings, and they pumped. They hit white RSI here, so this is going to have to level out a bit. You've got a big gap here. There's RSI. This thing's going to level out somehow, then it can continue its way up if the market wants to continue upwards with it. So anyway, moving on. This is completely not related to anything crypto, but I wanted to show you one of my favorite sharks of all time. This is the granddaddy of the Gulf of Mexico. This is the tiger shark, and I've seen 6 of these in real life, and I've been able to either land or assist landing, I think 5 of them or 4 of them. But this was one of my bucket list fish on the Holy Grail side, and we managed to land after 5 years of attempts. We caught 4 of them in one trip down in Florida, and I'm glad to report that we'll be heading back to Florida this Thanksgiving to spend a week on the beach. As long as the weather doesn't get freezing cold, there may be an opportunity for me to get another tiger shark. So I'm very, very excited about that one. But with that being said, we got just a few minutes left. If you guys have a request, let me know. I'm gonna go check the NVIDIA chart real quick, and then after that, or any other requests, we're gonna head over into the Discord and go hang out with the OGs. As you can see here, this was actually a session where Rick James showed us a bunch of cool stuff that he's been working on with the OGs, Mally, Fallen, myself, and the others. Like I said, it's not just me showing off in there. Because if push comes to shove, if you guys aren't chatty, I will fire up Rocket League, and you guys can watch me play Rocket League on stream in the Discord. But let me pull up NVIDIA real quick, because I didn't check that this week, and I was not prepared, so my apologies. Ugh. So the reason I go ugh, I am personally really sensitive to the runner bot, which are these signals on the H4. in all things crypto, Bitcoin, S&P, Janet Yellen graded cards, you name it. I don't like them, and it looks like we actually got an NVIDIA one this week on the H4. Now, NVIDIA is known to pump like a madman, so keep that in mind. So it can print these and just not care. But so far, if you can look at these tend to hit pretty consistently. And they say, hey, it's invalidated. Sure, it went up, but it typically is showing you that the algorithm is picking up that there's a round off. And that's what this is detecting now. And it's independent of the colored candles, the HMA, and all this other stuff. It's a different algo that does that. So you can see this one caught it before the downward. We can check it on the H2. Yeah, so H2, the lower time frames are more sensitive than the H4, and you can see where it picked up that bottom, that top, a plateau there, and another top here. But anyway, this is going to be one of those ones I just don't know how far it's going to go, just because it's already one of the biggest assets in the world. You're talking about, like, approaching gold as far as assets. Let me double check Intel real quick. Yeah, Intel didn't do much this week. And then the other one was NVIDIA, AMD, and no, it was Apple. This was mentioned in the Discord. They're talking about potentially buying Intel, which I think would be an interesting take because Intel would be a ton of money to acquire. But with that being said, Apple is one of the only companies that stacks an absorbent amount of cash to actually pull it off. So maybe they'll do it. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe. Downvote if you would like. Shoot me an angry DM or a happy DM. All of it works. I'm going to go head over into the Rainbow Trends Discord. Thank you guys for coming out. I apologize to my Twitch guys. I'm going to try to start mainly focusing on the YouTube. Try to phase out the Twitch, but we'll see. But anyway, if there's enough backlash, I can fire up them all. But trying to really focus on the YouTube. But anyway, much love. Talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, for real though, shoot me a DM. I leave DMs open and I answer everyone. I'm very approachable in real life.